Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Would everyone please stand for a short prayer and a salute to our flag? Almighty God, grant us the wisdom to make those decisions that are in the best interest of all of our residents. May the Heavenly Father of us all bless those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and service to our nation, and may He watch over and protect our servicemen and women now guarding the gates of freedom. Salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jessica, statement of publication.
Take notice that this regular agenda meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council being held on this 23rd day of September 2024 has been posted and advertised in accordance with Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975.
Roll call.
Councilpersons Balca.
Here.
Palisi.
Here.
Noha.
Here.
Roberts.
Here.
Sinarski.
Here.
Zabrowski.
Here. Council President.
I move the following minutes of the mayor and council be approved on roll call vote, subject to correction if necessary. The August 13th receipt of bids for the roadway paving and reconstruction project and the September 9th, 2024 regular and agenda sessions.
Is there a motion?
Second.
Second. There's a second. All in favor, roll call?
Councilpersons Roberts.
Yes.
Balca.
Yes.
Khaleesi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski.
Yes. Council President, if you'd read the proclamation.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a proclamation today, whereas every day in New Jersey, more than 30,000 people work as direct support professionals, providing exemplary and critical support and services to hundreds of thousands of children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Whereas direct support professionals have dedicated their professional lives in supporting, serving, and empowering individuals with developmental disabilities, enabling them to live fulfilling lives in the community. And whereas direct support professionals provide a broad range of support, including help with personal care, participating in school, work, home, religious, and recreational activities, leaving important life skills and general day-to-day activities to foster full citizenship. And whereas direct support professionals develop strong, trusting relationships with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities that are personally enriching for both the individuals and the professional. And whereas the ARC Middlesex County values the hard work of its direct support professionals and recognizes the support of the administration and governing body of Sayreville for these invaluable workers who support individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And whereas the week of September 8th through September 14th has been designated Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week to honor and recognize the significant contributions that direct support professionals make to our communities. And whereas every day, the ARC Middlesex County's direct support professionals make a tremendous difference in the lives of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, strengthening our communities and supporting our most vulnerable citizens, for which they deserve our respect and deepest admiration. Now, therefore, I, on behalf of Mayor Kennedy O'Brien of the Borough of Sayreville, do hereby designate September 8th through 14th, 2024 as Direct Support Professional Recognition Week. Thank
Is there a
you.
motion?
I make a motion to accept the proclamation.
Is there a second? Second. Roll call?
Roberts.
Yes.
Balca.
Yes.
Khaleesi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski.
Yes. Okay, old business, Jessica?
Public hearing on the following ordinances. Ordinance number 42-24, an ordinance to supplement Chapter 26 of the Municipal Code entitled Land Development to make modifications in order to obtain Middlesex County approval of Ordinance 32-24. Open it to the public.
At this time, I'm going to open the public portion for questions or comments on ordinance 42-24. Are there any questions or comments? There being no questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion. Councilman Khaleesi.
I move the public hearing to be closed. The ordinance adopted on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilpersons Delisi.
Yes.
Malka.
Yes.
Enoha.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski. Public hearing on ordinance 43-24, an ordinance fixing the salaries of certain borough officials, officers, and employees for the years 2023 to 2027.
This time, I'm going to open the public portion for questions or comments on ordinance 43-24. Are there any questions or comments? There being no questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion. Councilman Balka.
Move the public hearing be closed. The ordinance adopted on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilpersons Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Enoha.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to appoint Sanjita Das to the Cultural Arts Commission. Is there a motion?
Yes.
I make a motion to accept the appointment for Sangeeta Das.
Is there a second? Roll call?
Councilpersons Roberts.
Yes.
Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Enoha.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski.
Under new business?
Ordinance number 44-24, an ordinance fixing the salaries of certain borough officials, officers, and employees for the years 2023 to 2027.
Councilman Balka?
I move the ordinance be approved on first reading, advertised according to law, and a public hearing be held on October 15th, 2024.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilpersons Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski. Ordinance number 45-24, an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 26 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Saraville to amend section 26-89.8, sign schedule 1 and 2, sign permit revocable.
Councilman Zabrowski?
I move the ordinance be approved on first reading, advertised according to law, and a public hearing to be held on October 15th, 2024.
Is there a second?
Councilperson Zabrowski.
Yes.
Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
At this time, I'm going to open the public portion for any comments on the resolutions. Are there any comments? Being no comments, I'll entertain a motion.
I move the public hearing be closed and the consent agenda resolutions be approved on roll call vote.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilpersons Roberts.
Yes.
Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Sinarski.
Yes.
Zabrowski. Need a motion to accept the correspondence as listed?
Is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept the correspondence as listed.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilpersons Roberts.
Yes.
Balka.
Yes.
Delisi.
Yes.
Noha.
Yes.
Sinarski. Zabrowski.
Yes.
Okay, committee reports, Administration of Finance, Councilman Balka.
Thank you, Mayor. This year's audit, we had 5 recommendations. So next meeting, I believe we're gonna have a, what do you call it? Corrective action plan we're gonna pass to address these issues. And we recently got the best practices surveyed out. So probably in October, we're gonna be talking about that and getting to give our points. Other than that, progress.
Thank you. Planning and Zoning, Councilman Zabrowski.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, happy first day of autumn to everybody, first full day. Just can keep in mind as a PSA, I know that our fire department normally gets this out, is you should also check your batteries for both your carbon monoxide and your smoke detectors as well. Do it every quarter. That way you know everything is always fresh and you're going to be safe in your house. The planning board met actually last Wednesday to continue testimony on the application for the mosque on Ernston Road. There is another hearing coming up that will be October 16th, again at the Active Adult Center. Last week or 2 weeks ago, Sarah met. During that meeting, we had a presentation from Claro Ventures. They provided us with they conducted a survey of business as well as residents of the downtown area to kind of give us a reading of what they see as their needs. I think this was a very good practice, and when we look at other areas as well in the future, hopefully we'll continue that practice. And then finally, the Board of Adjustment is scheduled to meet this Wednesday. Mayor, that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Public Safety, Councilman Enoha.
Thank you, esteemed Mayor. No additional updates for public safety.
Okay, thank you. Public Works, Councilman Kalasi.
Public Works is currently working on snow equipment now and starting to prepare budgets for the next year. So if anybody paid attention this morning, you saw the street sweeper out. So as the days go, nice weather anyway, you'll see the street sweeper according to your zone. So next week, they're going to work on the stormwater for the private developments here and all commercial properties. And then also in the next week or so, you'll see a nice surprise over at Kennedy Park. Not going to say it until next meeting, but thank you. That's all I have.
Thank
Mayor.
you, Councilman. Recreation, Councilman Sinarski.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to recap on some of the things that we had going on, we had Blast from the Past car show at Kennedy Park last week. There was over 100 cars there and a lot of people viewed it. It was a really great family event. I'm glad that everybody came and thank everybody that was involved to make that a good success. The next one, the day after, was Cerevel Day. Cerevel Day, we had thousands of people at Cerevel Day and a lot of people enjoyed it. We had good food, good vendors, good people, good company, met a lot of nice people. The next one was Teen Night. That was a big surprise. That was thrown together relatively fast. And we had 62 sign up for that. We had over 50 kids that were there showed up. We had pizzas donated. We had Rita's Ice donated. We had a lot of cupcakes, pies. We had a lot of good kids. Absolutely no trouble. We had several police there supervising, which was a big help. I was very thankful to them. It was a great night and it worked out very good for everybody. The next one, I'd like to start a little earlier so it doesn't run into dark. That's the only part that I didn't care for because it got dark and there was still some people hanging out. And I couldn't watch them. I couldn't see them because we were there all night. And the upcoming events, we got Cruising at Kennedy Park this Wednesday, September 25th. That's going to be one of our last year car shows coming up. That's a big hit. Also another family event. A lot of people come to that. Hit the Bricks Trail Runs benefiting Cerevel BIC, which I'm a big BIC supporter. That's going to be coming up in October 12th. Registration, CerevelRec.com. Another one, Bomber Bonfire, October 17th. We're having that one coming up. Halloween Trunk or Treat, October 25th. That's another big event for Cerevel. I'm working on it, maybe a big surprise for that one for us. We're going to have a big surprise for that one. Cultural Arts is wrapped up on their band night. I went to almost every one of them. They had great bands, good times. The last one was, what was the name of that, Mike? Buck something? Buckshot. I know them guys from somewhere. I seen them around. They had a great time. They had a good following. There was quite a lot of people there at Kennedy Park for that. But now they're starting something different on the next Tuesdays coming up. They're starting yoga classes. On the 24th, tomorrow, there's going to be yoga classes in Kennedy Park. So anybody's interested in yoga, come on out. And I can't bend like that, so I'm not going. What else we got here?
That's 6 to 7.
Yeah, 6 to 7 p.m. The new thing also in Cerevel, we should have took stock in water bottles years and years ago. If you ever took stock in water bottles, we always had fountains and we drank out of fountains. Now, anywhere you go, everybody's got water bottles. But now Cerevel has their own water bottle filling stations at different locations throughout the town. We have some at Junior Bomber Field. We got some at Ustfield. We got one at Burks Park, which is not even ready yet, but there's going to be one there. And then we're going to have two of them at Kennedy Park. So you're not allowed, you can't drink out of them, but you'll be able to fill all your water bottles sanitary at these filling stations, which is very important. All right, that's the end of my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Stosh. Council President, Water, Sewer, and Environmental, please.
Although I don't have any updates for water, sewer, and environmental today, I do have a couple of things. Councilman Sinarski, we're going to do this one?
Yes, we're working on that one. That just
Okay.
popped up today.
Okay.
That's going to be new.
All right, so we'll keep that on the side. So I do want to give an update. We met with JCP&L recently on the lights. And they've been working with us, correcting a lot of the individual streetlights. There are a couple of places where there are some additional challenges, like on Veterans Bridge, that they're working on. I understand this is not what I do for a living, but what they had said is the The borings that they have to do in the cement are horizontal and problematic, so they're going to take a little longer. So there's going to be a little more length in getting that taken care of. We are going to work with their lighting inventory, and they have an updated outage map that we can look at online. So if you look up JCP&L outage map, you'll be able to see where outages are. They did give us information about some of the recent outage times, and there were, in the past couple of months, I guess, or a few weeks, they had identified 3 outages, and those were less than 2 hours. There is plenty of power to go around. They have plans for the new transformers that's being built. That's going to take time, but there is nothing that's impeding any of the electricity coming in or the volume of electricity. And they're working very closely with us and are a good partner for us now. So we have an open line of communication. So it was a very successful meeting.
Good.
Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. I just want to, as always, I'm very grateful for all the volunteers. I just want to personally thank the people, the volunteers on the cultural arts, headed by Moira McCormick, the people that put together in the rec that put the car shows together all summer, the Saraville Day Committee, which is under rec, the teen night, which is the first of what I hope are many. I want to thank Sharon Rodas. It's been her dream. She has teenage kids, and she really wants to make this thing work. So job well done, each and every one. And thank you so much for volunteering. And again, we're a town of volunteers. That I'm looking at a smiling person out there, and I used to give her awards for making the most calls in first aid. Mary, you did a heck of a job. Thank you. With that, we'll go on to general discussion items.
Authorization to award a contract to Motorola Solutions for the purchase of a Motorola FlexCAD system through NJ State contract in an amount not to exceed $914,300.
Any objections? Next item.
Request to travel received from Engine Company Number 1 to attend the Pierce Roadshow on October 1st in Wall Township, and Engine Company to attend the Franklin Fire Company Open House on October 19th in Columbus.
Any objections? Next item.
Authorization to purchase firearm holsters from Atlantic Tactical through NJ State contract in an amount not to exceed $72,613.15.
Any objection? Next item.
Authorization to purchase police firearms from Whitmere Public Safety Group through New Jersey State contract in an amount not to exceed $28,215.40, which includes a trade-in program credit of $34,650 for 126 firearms.
Are there any objections? Next item.
Authorization to purchase firearm suppressors from the activity group through a non-fair and open process in an amount not to exceed $20,500.
Are there any objections? Next item.
Authorization to scrap the following vehicles which are no longer needed for public use and are no longer of value to the borough, which are not cost effective to maintain. Those are 5 vehicles as listed.
Are there any objections? Anything else, Jessica?
Yep, authorization to award a contract to Jesco for the purchase of 1 John Deere 550 utility dozer through Sourcewell contract in the amount of $233,885.
Any objections? Next item.
Authorization to award a contract to Altech Industries for the purchase of 1 bucket truck through Sourcewell contract in an amount not to exceed $216,935.
Are there any objections? Next item.
Authorization to award a contract to Hunter Truck for the purchase of 1 2025 Peterbilt 520 automated refuse truck through Sourcewell contract in an amount not to exceed $406,513.14.
Any objections? Next item.
Authorization to award a contract to Mid-Atlantic Waste System to refurbish 1 2015 automated refuse truck through Sourcewell contract in an amount not to exceed $209,636.
Any objections? Next item.
Authorization to award a contract to Route 23 Auto Mall for the purchase of 1 2025 Ford F-450 Mason dump and 1 2025 Ford F-600 rack body truck in an amount not to exceed $189,964.
Are there any objections? Anything else? Thank you. BA's report. CFO's report. Denise.
authorization to amend the 2024 local municipal budget for the opioid settlement in the amount of $7,399.21, and also a resolution on for a corrective action plan for the next meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Borough Engineers Report?
Thank you, Mayor. You recently adopted an ordinance for the road program for this year. We're looking for a resolution authorizing the design of to be included so we can proceed with bidding phase. That's all I had, Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Attorney's Report?
No report.
Thank you. At this time, I'll open the public portion for comments on any and all issues. Frank?
Okay, thank you. Frank Truzino, 32 Canal Street, Saraville, New Jersey, President of the Historical Society. I'd like to keep the governing body and the residents informed of some of our endeavors that we've been, upcoming endeavors. This Saturday, September 28th, at the Senior Center or Adult Activity Center, we're having a sponsored event by Preservation New Jersey about creating your own heritage trail. It's basically how the 250th birthday of the American or of independence. It's how it affected us in this town. For example, George Washington took his troops from Egg Harbor through the back river roads, deliver arms and supplies. They didn't want to go to Raritan Bay because there would have been history. Captain Morgan, from the Morgan family, he was a true patriot. He was out there and he was wreaking havoc on the British ships out there in Raritan Bay. That's two things that may come up in this creating your own heritage habitat. I think it's a good program. And also the same day, Saturday, that's from 10 to 12. The next one's from 2 to 4. It's about what I talked about last meeting, Into the Cold Blue. It's John Holman, Saraville resident, World War II. He wrote this book, co-authored by Jared. Jared will be here with signed books from John. John can't make it. He had a situation. So the books will be available. Oh, I forgot to mention creating your own heritage trail to be free snacks and free admission. I think that's about it. I'm not going to have enough time. But another program called Operation Snow Cone. It's a very good program. It started in February. We've been pushed back with other things popped up, so we can't pursue it, but we are working when we can. It's a YouTube video by Kristen, got her last name, hard to pronounce, from Danny's Luncheonette. She was a granddaughter that found all these World War II pictures. It's a great 15-minute video. She gave a full story about the letters and about World War. It's really good. You really have to see it. I have a bunch of these little things here. If you guys want to look at it, you really enjoy it. If I can hand these over. Okay, thank you. So we're doing a lot of good stuff and we appreciate the time. Thank you.
Frank, are there any other, Arthur?
Good evening, Arthur Rittenhouse, 33 Delacat Lane, Saraville, New Jersey, trustee, Saraville Historical Society. I just want to thank Frank for everything he's doing with the executive board. One of the other projects, as you know, is the 1909 Town Hall Firehouse. And just to clear up some misinformation that's been being spread around, the grants, there are more than just 50-50 grants out there. And if there is a 50-50 grant, there are also grants that you can use to pay the other 50. Since 2018, we have never asked to have any money from the borough. Be no money spent by the borough other than what they normally spend now for the utilities. So I don't know where or who they're checking with. Preservation New Jersey, when they were at our meeting yesterday, open house, which we had wished some of the members of the council would have attended, Preservation New Jersey contacted the mayor and the council, by letter, by email, received 0 responses. 0. So, it's very tough to talk about this. This didn't need to happen. This didn't need to be controversial like it is. You can still change it by making it a local historic site tonight. You could designate that, takes nothing away from you, you lose no power, and doesn't cost you a dime. Thank you.
Are there any other comments? Bob?
Bob Duffy, 111 Merritt Avenue. The vehicles that the township is getting rid of, or can we give them to the fire department and EMTs for practice?
No, well, I mean, if the fire department is doing extrication and they want to cut them up, by all means, they're able to do
Well, I'm
that.
just saying for practice.
Yeah, the fire chief will talk to him before they go to the scrapyard. One way or the other, the authorization
Okay,
is to scrap them, but it's usually been the practice here that the fire and first aid are able to cut them up before they go.
okay. There's one more thing. I think you better start thinking about making an ordinance for these electric bikes and scooters that are on the highway. They're a little scooter with a motor on the back. They do 30 miles an hour. I mean, they hit a stone, they lose control, and we're gonna have a fatality. So I think just chair it, because it's coming, You see 10 today, next week you'll see 20. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Are there any other comments? Ken?
Ken Olszewski, Sayreville. I want to talk about the Historic Society too. The upcoming referendum is not that far away. So I just want to mention that this referendum should have never had to happen. As we know, this is just a scam on the Historic Society, which was made up of a lot of members who are bedrocks of the community. They've been leaders over time. And Frank and Art and these people that have worked so hard and doing so many great things, they never ask for any money, as they've said. I know I'm repeating, but it's important. They've never asked for any money. All they ask is for the designation so that they could go out and apply for grants. And you turned it around and decided to go out and do an engineering study. By the way, spent a lot of taxpayers' money, which these gentlemen have said could very well have been done through grants, that study, and come up with a scam, trying to get this thing turned down. I think it's going to be to your detriment, because I think it's going to pass handily, because it's a great thing for the history of Sayreville. And the alternative, as the rumors are all over town, is you want to knock this building next door, the firehouse, down, and of course, knock the public works garages down, which you've been trying to get rid of for years. You want to knock them down and have the friends of the mayor and the compatriots, the 4 people here, the cronies that vote aye, and have them do building in town, probably build either low income or affordable income housing. That's the rumor going all through town. I certainly would not be surprised if that were happen. Rumors like this usually turn out to be true. And looking at a track record of what's happened in Sayreville, probably a good idea to bet money that'd be true. So I'm urging people to come out and support that referendum, which never should have had to be, and oppose this group that sits up here and tries to pull a fast one on the people of Sayreville, scam the taxpayers left and right, which they've done with everything going on in this town. All the development that's happened, as you can see, it's all friends, developers who are being taken care of here to the detriment of the taxpayers. Thank you.
Are there any other comments? Yes, young fella.
Hello, Landon Wood, 48 Marin Avenue. I just want to say that I am here on behalf of Brookdale Community College on an assignment from my professor of my government class. Councilman Zarnarski, I know you mentioned the teen nights and the amount of volunteer work. I was just wondering how we could, as a
You can
community,
make a
sign up for
comment,
that.
young man. You can always speak with the councilman after the meeting.
Okay, sorry. I was.
That's okay. You learn as you come.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
No, feel free to stay and this is the portion where you make comments.
Yes, sir.
All right, but we'd all be happy to talk to you after the meeting.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, nothing to apologize. Mary?
Mary Novak, One Scarlet Drive. I was at that meeting the other night, and I was surprised that this executive director from New Jersey Preservation, New Jersey, said that she had tried to reach out to everybody. So maybe you can look in your emails. I know sometimes they get, in my particular case, they get tossed into trash, maybe, and just respond. I don't think she was trying to twist anybody's arms. I would think she was just trying to give information to the mayor and council. Also, everything else is, Donna, great work with the lights. I'm really appreciative. Stan, the teen night is talk of the town, and I absolutely love the things to refill your water bottles. It really is great. I'm already teaching the grandkids, to bring their own water bottles, so we don't have water fountains, and even if we do, it's not particularly sanitary. Ray, Glenn, I'd like to, excuse me, I got Ray on the brain. Kennedy, thank you for the compliment, but I couldn't have done anything without my partner, Ray Skarzinski. He was always with me all the time. And really, thank you for everything you do.
Are there any other comments? There being no other comments, I'll entertain a motion to close the public portion.
Make a motion to close the public?
There's a second?
Second.
Roll call? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everyone.